Welcome to Inside Outboards with your host, Cody Bass.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Want to say a big hello to all the new subscribers and thank you for subscribing. If it's your first time here, right there's that little subscribe button. Hit that for me. Give me a like. Why? Because it helps with all that YouTube analytical, algorithmical stuff. Anyway, we got a couple of motors we're going to go through. So I had to put my fun stuff, working on my own personal projects, I had to put that kind of on hold because I've got a couple folks wanting me to get to their outboards so they can go out there on that there big pond known as the Pacific Ocean. So what I got here is a 20 horsepower 4-stroker. I'm going to show you what it's doing or not doing. And then I got a 25 2-stroker that the guy says it runs terrible, just terrible. So we're going to look at that. So we're going to do the 4-stroker first, see what we find with that. And like I said, I'll show you what it's doing. I'm going to give you a peep outside real quick. It's nasty. Nasty. It's getting better though. I know this because I talked to Fred. I'll show you who Fred is. But I'm going to give you a peek out the outside real quick and then we'll see what this motor's doing and get started. So I want to say a big hello to, a big happy St. Paddy's Day to all the people who celebrate St. Paddy. Okay, here's how I officially know the weather's getting better. If you look, my porch don't have no snow, my steps don't have no snow, and most importantly, fret, that would be F-R-E-T, not to be confused with Fred. See, that's fret. I call him that because he's always got that old gloomy, pissed off look on his face. He frets about everything. So he's been covered with snow for a while. And if you notice, he only got one eye. That's Fret, the one-eyed, pissed off frog. Well, if Fred is wet, it's raining. If Fred is warm to the touch, it's sunny. If Fred is covered and completely white, it's snowing. So that's Fred, the one-eyed, pissed off weather frog. He's never happy. It don't matter what. I'm either too hot, too wet, too snowy. He's always pissed off. But if you look over there, my raspberries just took a whooping. You can actually see the snow right through all the stalks and stuff. Because we had wind here 6, 7, 8 times that was either just under or over 100 knots. So, but luckily the old plum tree hung in. She's looking pretty good. Now, my old weather vane fish, my spawning salmon weather vane fish, he's looking pretty rough. He's spawning pretty hard. But you can see the snow's still here. We still got the berms and so forth. But Fred says it's getting better. So, there's the 25 2-stroker that runs horrible, he says. And then we got to get that one taken care of. And there's my little cutie over there, the 7 1/2. So, let me show you what this one's doing here. And it's a 20, which is plenty. Alright, so what this thing will do, I'm going to put you over here and then dial you in a little bit. Dial you in right in there. Oh, look at that. Okay. So this is the air intake to the carbonator. And it will only start if I either squirt some Tri-Flow into it, or I can take one of my gloves and stuff up in here and generally get it to run. So that's the deal. I can get it to run if I squirt a little Tri-Flow in there and put a glove to choke it off. It'll stay running, and not well, of course, but at least run. So we know we're dealing with fuel system issues. We got spark, we got compression, air, timing, and all that. So what we got is to pull a carburetor off. And that's what I'm going to get to doing. Sometimes that's what you got to do. So we got to get rid of an air box. Where's that other? Ooh, I'm going to need the long one for that. Or longer one. Should I says. Longer one. See, I got a longer one. Reach right in here, I think. I think I can. I think I can. Oh, I'm getting close. Oh. Ain't on it yet, though. Got it. I think. Oh, it looks like they might have a zip tie in there too. Oh, this could be holding. Is there one up top? Oh, I doubt it. Dropped my socket down there too. Let me see what we got over there. This hose. I ain't got my screw. I gotta take off a hose. Hose got me. I lose my head. It's not attached to my body. We got a couple hoses we gotta get off this thing. There's one. Oh, maybe I didn't get it. My socket's still right there. I loosened it. Let's keep loosening it. Seems like it's turning. Different. Get it? Oh, come on out of there. There's got to be one more somewhere. Hard to find one. You know what? I might be able to reach in and get that whole thing. If I can get my socket to come back. I don't know if I can. It's all wedged and pinched, spinched, quenched. That's weird. That's so weird. Can't get my socket. quarters. You understand? That is so weird. Well, if I had another, I get it. I will get it. As I find another 10mm socket. That one, that's what? I will get it. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's something like that. See if I can come in here and get all the way to the heart of the problem and lose another socket. But that socket's made out of steel, and I got that. 'Cause you are the magnet, and that socket is steel. Boy, we're doing good. We're rocking and rolling. But I got it. I got it. I am a winner. Well, we unloosened and unloosened. And sooner or later we're going to get something. We've got a Phillips screwdriver to undo the linkage if I want to undo it from the carburetor. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, that's what I want to do. Actually, I don't know. I think I can do. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I got that hose. Now we're gonna have a fuel delivery line. Hey, I didn't even have to take that bolt out. From a fuel delivery line. I caught her hiding back in here. And then we got some chokem wires. They should have quick connect somewhere over in there. You gotta be kidding me. I gotta take this off to get it. I think I do, but anyway. Let's see, any spacers you do, you have a spacer right back in there. Be cognizant. Here's my two carbonator bolts. And then I got a zippy tie that's zippy tied to that plastic air silencer. So I've got to make some work of that. And not drop it in the outboard tank. You ain't never done that before. That's right. I've never done that before. Little quick connectors. Way up under there, huh? Well, peel it back. See if we can get to them under here. Plasticky wasticky. Gonna need the van pliers. What are van pliers? These are van pliers right here. My name is van pliers. I undo tight screws and things because my teeth. See my teeth? And once you van plier them, you go back and get your PFA. Is there 3 or 2? Still tight. What's up with this plasticky wasticky? It's nonsense. Can I? You know what? No. Oh, that's something. It ain't even turning. So I'm gonna try and just see if I can figure which one to undo the choke. There they come. They're the blue ones. Now they're undone. key. So, now what we got to do. You can see there's a spacer there. It hasn't fallen off yet. But you want to record that just so you know how that puppy goes back on when it does fall off. Well, they don't ever fall off, Cody. Right. So you see you got a little tab there. You got a little metal tab there. Whoa, that's part of the gasket tab there. See that wiggle? Then you got a little cut out here. Got the little thing on top. You can't hardly mess it up. But I've been known to a time or two. So, we've got us a nasty old carburetor. Yes, we do. Let me tighten that screw I started to take out, which I didn't need to even unloosen, so that I don't forget. Okay, so I did that. That's all tight again. And so here's what we're dealing with. A carbonator. I'm going to show you a couple things on this guy. But yeah. Now you see that solid? Let me get my thing. You see that right there? That little brass plug right there. There's an adjustment screw in there. Surely is. So we're going to drill a hole and get that out so we can clean in there. And just look over everything real good. It don't look apparently dirty on the outside. The little keyhang carburetor. But we got lots of stuff to take off. Now, this procedure, I had somebody, a subscriber asked me, could I do a carb cleaning on a 9.9 or a 15 Yamaha 4-stroker? I can't remember. It was one of those two. The procedure for this 20 is identical. Don't matter whether it's a 9.9, a 15, or a 20. The procedure is identical. Now, if they're the same model year, let me put that in there. The early ones were different. So, are you in there? Are you in? Are you with me? Okay, let's start. Chrissy Crossy. Well, our country's going through a lot of turmoil. But you know what? Summer's coming. Heck, for some of you folks down there, you've probably already been firing off your boats and outboards for the first time. Going out on the water. Hope you didn't commit to sin. What sin? The sin. The springtime sin that a lot of boaters do. Hope you weren't one of them. You want to know what it is? I'll tell you what it is.
Where you're watching, you really think I
ruin my day. Well, there ain't no right, there ain't no reason. I did a foolish thing, you know. Used old gas board from last season, the original outboard scene. I did it again. Ain't no rhyme, ain't no reason. Don't use that old gas from last season. Not that old gas. Don't use that old gas. You break down, that's for sure. Don't be cheap. Spend the cash and get some fresh gas. That's right, get that fresh gas. Don't use that old gas. Don't use that old gas. Not even for a bit. You're out for a die when you're octane up in tits. Listen here. Okay. It's not at all bad inside, but it's still dirty, or you wouldn't have to choke it to run. So something's clogged somewhere. Get out of there, screw. I don't care whether you want to stay in there. I want you in there. Where's my last one? Already lose a screw? How's that possible? How's that possible? Good Lord. Well, it do happen. But I find it. I find it. Alright, so choke plunger. You don't need to take that screw all the way out. Just loosen it. And then you can get your little float needle thingy. And my needle came out with it. It looks nice and clean. See that little rubber? Gotta take that rubber out. There it is. You see in there what's under there? Don't lose your pen. Okay. Alright, so see if we can get this one out first. Nope, that screwdriver's not good enough for that. It is not good enough. Good enough means it would fit. And that one don't seem to fit. So we try a different one. Let's see if this one fits a little better. Oh yeah. A little bit tight. There she go. Inside there we got our emulsion tube. We got to get that out. You just reach up in there and push it out and pay attention to how it comes out. You can see the little holes on the bottom one. They go, so it goes up right up in there like that. Now we got to get even a smaller screwdriver with no shoulders on it and get this other one out of there. But we got to clean it. And again, there's your little jet. We got to make sure it's clean. Okay, now, I told you about this little brass deal. Right There. Now I got to get me a little teeny screwdriver bit. So. There. Find me a little teeny screwdriver bit. And drill a little teeny hole. Okay. So I got me a little drill bit. We'll put it in my drill. See if we can accidentally get it in there straight. Hi. Move my thingy. Now, where'd you go? Running all, gonna run OFFT on me. Okay, so now I'm gonna drill a hole. That's one dull drill bit. That's okay, because we'll go slow. Not yet. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. There it went. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a hole all the way through now. Now, we got to get a pretty good strong pick of sorts. See if we can pick it out of there. See if I can find one that's... Try this guy. So, now we got to get in that hole. There it is. There's my hole. Don't know if you can see it, but anyway. Now. And there's the screw. Now we got to count the turns in on that and everything, so we know where to kind of get a rough ballpark to set it back. So I'm going to count them turns in. Attempt to. Okay, so there's a half, 1, a half, and 2, a half, 3, a half, 3 and a half. So that's what she was set at, 3 and a half. So now we got to get it out of there. The screwdriver don't exactly fit this the best, but it does fit it. I see it did. Let me see if I can find a smaller one. Little bitty screwdriver. And we take that screw out. And then I'll clean that screw up a little bit before I go back in. Because I'm having a bit of trouble with these screwdrivers. Okay. Come on. Come on. It's coming. Just ain't got much. I boogered up the a little slot a little bit when I went through. But she's coming. There she is. So, okay. So there's my little needle and my little spring. And there's a little rust on that spring. And you see I boogered up the head on that a little bit. That's why I was having a hard time. But I'll take me a little microfile and file that a little deeper. And you see that little O-ring? I'll replace that. So a lot of folks don't even know that's in there. So, we got to clean that all out. Now, we got to take off this here choke joke that I call them. If you're ever going to go buy a new outboard around the 20, 30 horsepower, get it with a manual choke. You'll be glad you did. All the crap that comes out of it. Now that little plug, we ain't going to go back in with that. That go in my brass pile. That's worth a lot of money. You see, I get about 335 billion in them, and I get $12. So, yeah, let's do the choke. So we got that one out. We got that out. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the heat on my ultrasonic cleaner. Click. That's what I just did. And I got a red light. So that tells me good. Oh, we still got to take off top chamber, but first we got to take off the choke anyway. So let's take off the choke. Oh, she's tight, boy. She's tight. But I'm a winner. I'm not a fan of this choke system. On a pull start motor, you need a pull choke. Pull to pull. My opinion. My opinion. Beat me up as you want to. It's just me. Simple. I like things simple. Oh, there's another one, just like the other one. There's another one, just like the other one. A one, a two. Now, see all the corrosion on that? See all that white corrosion on that screw? Off comes that. See that rust? You see that rust there? All rusty. Not too bad inside. So we'll lay this aside. Yeah. There we go. There's our accelerator pump deal. So I'll run a carburetor cleaner in there and maybe some compressed air. Take off the top chamber and look in there. One of the three, this guy was a little bit tight. Rubber tight. Get over there with your partner. Your partner. Keep everything organized. Make it easier in the end, I think. Get my glove out of there. Boom. Okay, now this is probably going to stick just a little bit. Let's see. Maybe not. Not bad at all. Now, I think I have a new one of those gaskets. We'll keep this over here on southwest side of the United States there. You can see there's a lot of crud in this area here. The gasket's sticking pretty hard too. Well, let me get a thingy. It's a nice sharp little thingy. See, it just stuck in my glove. Yeah, a lot of corrosion on the edges of this gasket. She stuck pretty daggone good. Just get a little piece of it to pop up. I probably get it. Come on now. There, you got it. Yeah. Over here. Yeah, there's quite a bit of yuck in some of this stuff if you look. All up in there. Not too bad in the innards, so to speak. But all these little holes and stuff that are in there, that's all got to be cleaned up. So what I'm going to do now is spray this with just regular old spray carburetor cleaner. Let it soak. This is as far as I'm going to take it down. I'll clean it up, let it soak with the regular spray carb cleaner. Then I'll come back and run it through the ultrasonic cleaner. I'll be right back. So, that's going to be a wrap on this one, and thank you for watching.
Stay tuned for part 2 on these Yamaha carburetors on Inside Outboards with Cody Bass.